from my listener sitting and I accept the payment. I left the payment and resurrected another high beat so I can send it back under with just some other stops. I'm a motherfucking juggernaut. The fucking topic discussion stops when
Yo guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can get certain memory from certain games that haven't been modded before. Example like San Andreas. If you're wanting to mod like a certain game but like there's no mods for it, or there's no like tools or anything for it, this is pretty much a tutorial on how you can get the certain stuff from the game and like max something out. Example, your money or something like that. So in this tutorial we're going to be using a tool called XCE Tools, and what this tool pretty much does is, let's just quickly open it, is it dumps memory from the game that you're pretty much playing, and it can find certain stuff like health, money, ammo, time, and pretty much stuff like that. So if you're, let's just say, playing San Andreas and you want to buy clothes but you ain't got enough money, you can use this tool to get like 9 billion or something like that. So I'm going to quickly show you how you can do that. So once you pretty much have this tool open, you're going to see something at the top here called range. And what this pretty much does is this is like how much it dumps the memory for. Like, so if we was to change this to like D or something, it would dump less memory and it would also take less time to dump as well. So we're going to change that to D. We're going to leave this one the same but just change that letter to D, because we're only going to get certain stuff like money and probably ammo as well. So once you've pretty much done that, I will quickly show you on my screen. Right, so at the minute we're in our house, and what we're going to be doing is, I've already done money before, so I'm going to try and think of something else we can get. As a matter of fact, what game is this? Let's see what game this is. So this is pretty much that, like a Space Invader game, I think. So if we quickly play this and quickly see how it goes. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Right, so as you can see, so we've got score, we've got lives, we've got health, and we've got levels. So what we're going to probably do is try and get the lives. So let's just say instead of 3 we want 9999 lives. So at the minute we've got 3. So what we want to quickly do is pause this game. I think it's paused. Right. Now you want to go back to this tool. Now this thing right here, this would be the value you're wanting to search for. So example, say if you've got like 3 lives or something like that, you would put 3 here. Or if you're looking for money and you've got like 4,200, you would put 4,200 here. And what this pretty much will do is it will search everything in the game that's 4,200. So because we're going to be getting the lives in this little Space Invaders game, we're going to put 3. Now in order to dump the memory, you have to press this button here called init or initialize. So we're going to quickly press that, and now it's going to search everything in the game that's valued to 3. Now this does take a while because, you know, it is trying to get all the memory from the game, so it will not respond and everything like that for about 5 or 10 minutes. It depends how fast your internet is. So yeah, you also want to make sure that you pause the game as well. I forgot to say this, because if you don't pause the game and you get killed or something, then that's going to lower your lives and everything like that, and it's not going to be the value that you put in this tool anymore, so it's not going to actually show once the memory's dumped. So yeah, that's why you should pause the game. Right, so since this tool is now done, you just want to press exact. Now this may take a couple of minutes as well, as it's dumping everything that has a value of 3 in it. So as you can see, it's found 300 offsets that have a value of 3. So now we just have to quickly wait until that gets to 100%. Now one of these offsets here will be the health, but instead of going through 300 of these just to find the exact health and everything like that, you can lower it down. So in a minute, once this has got to 100%, we're going to play the game again and we're going to get killed, so it goes to the value of 2, or 2 lives. Right, so once that's got to 100%, I just want to quickly go to the game and quickly get killed. So right, so now we've got 2 lives. So now if we pause the game again and go back to this tool, you just want to go back to the exact and now put 2 and then press exact again, and now it's going to find everything that's just been 3 and now just taken down to 2. So initialize just gets all of it dumps everything that has a value of 3, and then the exact button pretty much just goes through all of the ones that it's dumped and yeah, show you everything that's a value of what. And because we've just died and it's gone to 2, it's now saying the offsets that have just gone down. So it was on 3 and now it's on 2. So now as you can see, there's only 2 offsets instead of 300. Well, at the minute there is anyway, it's only on 13%. But now it's narrowed down, you can find the offset a lot quicker and faster, and you also know what one is what. And also, yeah, I know there is a couple of tutorials on this already, but I thought, since I'm doing tutorials on like how to make JRPC tool and stuff like that, I thought I'd just do my own version. Right, so now it's only found 2 offsets, so you know one of these is going to be the health for that game that we just played. So it could be this one or it could be that one, it depends. But yeah, pretty much this pretty much works the same way as like if you was to have ammo, and let's just say you have 50 bullets, you would obviously put 50 here, and then to narrow all the offsets down that you've just dumped, you would obviously like shoot a bullet, so it's 49 bullets, and then you put 49 bullets, and then it would show like, let's just say 20 offsets, and if you shoot again and it goes to 48 bullets, you would put 48 bullets in, and then it will just keep narrowing it down until you get to like a certain 3 offsets or 2 offsets, and then you know one of them is like to do with the ammo or the money or the health or anything like that. So I'm going to quickly show you how you can change the value to this. So what you want to do is you want to go to the description again if you didn't download this, but there's something called Memory Debugger, and this pretty much shows you the memory that's in the game as well and everything like that. So you won't get this because I put that in there. But yeah, pretty much you would just go to connection, go to Xbox, connect, and it's going to show you everything like this, and these are pretty much the offsets, and these things right here next to these offsets are the values, and then this pretty much is like the game description or whatever. It pretty much tells you some stuff, like sometimes you'll see your name and basic stuff that's like vehicle models and everything like that, but you don't need to really worry about this. It's just the values and the offsets you need to worry about. So since we're connected, we can now go back to that tool and we can now copy one of these offsets. So we're going to try this one first, and you want to put your offset in here, and then you want to press go. And now what that will do is that will bring you to the offset that we just put in, which is this one right here. Now these are the values for it, so we got 00000002. So this 2 right here will be the live. Right, so now I've got this thing up. You just want to change this value. You just want to change this to, let's just say 3. So if we quickly let's just quickly drag this down a bit so it's like that, and we play the game, So let's just try and put that to 3. Now as you can see, the lives jumped, but it went back to 2. So if we do that again, it's jumping again. So that tells you that it's the wrong offset. So now what you want to do is you want to go back to that tool and you want to get the other offset that we found. And now we're going to paste that in there and go to that. And now as you can see, there's a 1 with this offset. So that means that it is the lives because we just died again. So now if we quickly play the game again, but then change that to, let's just say 4. There you go. It's changed it to 4. And now if we was to say, let's just say 44, it gives you 68 lives. And if we go to these other numbers, and let's just say we put FF, it gives us all that lives. And then if we go to the other one and we put FF, it gives us a shitload of lives. Now what this pretty much means is, like with the values and everything like that, let me quickly maximize this. Now the thing with setting values to these offsets is it is a bit strange because the values in them go up to F, and what F is pretty much the max value for it. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, and A is pretty much 10, and then B is pretty much 11, then C is pretty much, you know, it goes on and on like that, but F is pretty much the max you can do. So if you wanted something like a lot of money, you would put F. But sometimes if you put F as the first thing which comes up here, it can freeze your Xbox because sometimes that'll make it too much, or that could make it minus. It depends what the max value is for the lives when they coded this game. And the reason why there's two like numbers together is because they're called bytes. So this is its own value, this is its own value, this is its own value, and this is its own value. These would pretty much be the only ones you would have to change, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to worry about any of these unless it's like a float or something like that. And what a byte and a float and pretty much all that means is like with some games the money has like has commas with it, so it'd be like 999, 999, 999. But for some games it would just be like 9999999 altogether, kind of like GTA San Andreas or GTA 5. And if it's not got the commas, then it's pretty much a byte. But if it has got the commas, then it's usually like a float or something like that. But pretty much everything is a byte. And the problem with finding offsets as well is some offsets can change. Example like this offset that we found, which is the lives for that little computer game, we could add that to a tool, and then once we go back on the game it might not work again, because some stuff changes in the memory every time you play on it or something. A lot of games do that, to be honest, and I think the health does that on San Andreas, because I once did find the health and for some reason didn't work again. And if you ever hear something like that's a static offset or that's a dynamic offset, then that's pretty much what that means. But most offsets are static, so you don't have to worry about keep finding the offset over and over again if it changes, especially if it's like Call of Duty or something. Like pretty much every offset in that game is static. But yeah, if you're doing something with like bytes, it's usually only the 4 ones that you change. You don't have to worry about any of these. It's just this one, this one, this one, and this one. And now how you would pretty much set this to a tool. Right, so let's just say you want to add that mod to your tool. So what we're going to quickly do is we're going to quickly make another page, and we're going to call this, let's just say San Andreas. So GTA SA. So now what we can quickly do is we're just going to copy a button, paste it here, call it, let's just say max lives space game. Quickly click into that. So now this is pretty much how set memory works. So you would obviously want to put Smokey .set memory. Now if you haven't watched my tutorials on stuff like this, then be sure to watch my part 1, 2 and 3, and that will be in the description if you want to learn how to make a tool as well. So what you want to do now is you want to quickly go back to that memory debugger and you want to get the offset for it. Now the problem with this now is it won't give you the full offset. So if you're getting stuff with this tool and then you paste it in there like that, you have to make sure you put 0x at the start and then the offset. So now what you want to do is you just want to do one of them commas. Now you just want to do new byte, do one of them, do a bracket, do another bracket, and then you just want to do one of them 2 comma things at the end. So now the offsets that we just did to change the game about, you would now copy these values. So we put 00FFFF44. So now pretty much you would just put 00, comma FF, comma, oh, for some reason it's put find form, FF, go away, FF, and then 00. Now the reason why these are getting errors is because you have to do, if it's like a letter or something like that, you have to put 0x next to it, just so it knows what it is. That's why these ones ain't getting errors, because they're actual numbers. But if they were letters or something like that, then you'd put 0xFF or 0xAA or whatever. So yeah, oh, we did 44 at the end. So yeah, that would pretty much be it. And then obviously if you want to do a toggle again, you would obviously do something like if let's just say space game equals true, and I also showed how to do this in my tutorial as well, so be sure to look at that if you need help with knowing how to do toggles as well. So now we would copy that offset, that line I mean, and now you do space game equals true. Equals false. And now we quickly bool it so it knows what space game is, so bool space game. And now pretty much you can do a max level, or you can do it reset back to normal. So before we edited it, it was 00 0 0 0 0 0 3. So what that will pretty much do is that will take it back to 3 lives. And then if you press the button again, it will obviously give you whatever it was, like 1,000,000 lives. Right, so if we go back to the game, press Y, we now got 3 lives. So if we quickly press the button, as you can see, we've just got a shitload of lives. If you press it again, it will go back to 3. So yeah. So as you pretty much know how this works, I pretty much don't really have to explain how you would do money and ammo and everything like that. I mean, if you was to do money, as you can see we've got 444058, you would just put that inside the tool instead of what we put. So we put 3 because we have 3 lives, but if you was to put that number in the tool and then press initialize, it would get every offset which is that value, and then obviously you would go to a clothes store or something like that buy clothes, so your money goes down like 100 or something, and then you would put the new value into that, and then it will show all of the offsets that have changed to the money that you currently have now, and then yeah, you would get your offset straight away. But yeah, hopefully this tutorial helps you out. If it does, then please be sure to like the video, and I'll keep doing more tutorials like this.